A white supremacist terrorist. He actually live streamed this attack on Facebook. And he walked into two mosques which were not far from each other. And he opened fire. He just went in there and just started lighting people up, opened fire on anybody he could see. He just wanted to, I guess, eradicate them.
My heart stopped, but like it was like pacing, like racing at the same time. And I just didn't know how to react. I'm like frozen. I didn't know like how to get like whatever emotion out because it was like a heavy feeling on my heart or my chest. So I just like had to cry it out because I was like, this can't be real. And I wanted like my parents to be awake or somebody so I can just run to them.
I wasn't really completely surprised because you've heard of other things happen like this before. It was awful. It was just like, okay, like another one happened. But then I heard about the live stream and I was just like, okay, that's something different. And then it made me like rethink the whole situation again. What's there to say really? When like you see a tragedy like that. It's just...
This has no part in our community. We need to think about people that are being oppressed in different parts of the world, in the United States, in other parts of the world. We have to think about them today. We have to think about them all the time when we are taking the next step towards finishing this hate out of our community. And we have to self-evaluate ourselves. We have to assess ourselves, where we stand, how positive we are. We have to become the candle. We have to become that light that brings people together, that spread the positive attitude in the whole world. So we're gonna start from ourselves.
This could happen anywhere. Like, yeah, sure, it happened like all the way in New Zealand, but I was telling people like my mosque have gotten bomb threats like throughout the years, like from other states, other countries, like random people, like we would get calls, and it's like this can happen to anyone.
It's just feeding what's been going on nowadays. Like it's just another one to add to the list. Not even specifically just strictly towards Muslims, but just everybody that's been suffering from terror attacks in the United States, outside the United States, in Europe, in Africa. Nobody talks about Africa. 150 died in Mali around the same time. It's going on in China. We got Muslims in concentration camps, forced to drink alcohol, forced to eat pork, forced to renounce their religion. And you got what's going on in Myanmar. The list goes on, man. Like, it's just, and not even, those are just towards Muslims. All these things come from misunderstandings. It's that simple. They don't understand, they interpret what we believe in a certain way, and then that fuels their hate. And then that hate turns into these actions.
There's a lot of hate in the world. Muslims only take up a part of that hate. But there are a bunch of other groups in the world that are also part of that. I don't think hate can ever really stop, but what we can do is we can just educate people.
Education is like the one thing that will just solve all of this. You don't need to like hate us and want us dead or like just whatever, just you can understand us and be like, okay, we're just like everybody else.